Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be helping and teaching you guys how to reach pro rank as fast as possible and also get better at Volleyball Legends. I'm going to be talking about styles, basic info, receiving, serving, setting, spiking, and finally blocking. If you want to learn a specific thing, there will be timestamps below. Also, if this does help you, make sure to subscribe and like since we are on the road to 5k subs and it will help a lot. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to talk about a little basic info before we get into everything. So some basic info is that never queue up with randoms. I think queuing up with randoms is the most stupid thing to do. You should always go into Volleyball Legends Discord server and always try finding a teammate there, because you can find a teammate who could set, spike, and a similar rank to you, which is the best possible way you can find and rank up easier. Also, you can get a person that's at a lot higher rank than you that could carry you, which is very rare, but that could also happen. So never queue up randomly. And also, there are 5 different ranks in Volleyball Legends at the moment. There is bronze 3-1, silver 3-1, gold 3-1, diamond 3-1, and then finally pro rank. And then once you reach pro rank, you get something called elo. Every time you win, you get around like 15 to 30 elo, something like that. So yeah, that's what you see in the leaderboard. When you see in the leaderboard, you see like a bunch of numbers. That's how much elo they have once they reach pro rank. Alright, going on to styles. So right now, as you guys tell, like I have some secret styles. And 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, 5v5, 6v6, not 5v5s. But all game mode secret styles are obviously the best. And 2v2 specifically, I recommend obviously having at least one times Kakayomo on your team, as I have the best setter style in the game, and as spiker. The best spikers are Asanu or times Hinata. But obviously, if you guys do not have secrets, at least run setter wise. You could either run times Kageyomo, regular Kageyomo, or Oikawa. If you don't have any of those, like realistically, just run a spiker build and run 2 spikers. Spiker wise, run either Sanu times Hinata, and I guess if you have the Mia twins, run that too. Also for setter, if you have the Mia twins, you can run that too. But Mia twins is the worst secret, and you can run Bokuto. And you can run Ushijima as well, but other than that, there's no really good spikers. If you do not have any of those, make sure to try spinning further. There's a bunch of codes. I'm gonna put some codes up on the screen. And 2v2 specifically, you always want a spiker duo. And 3v3s, you want like a spiker setter, or like a lib spiker setter. And 4v4s, you want a spiker setter lib. And in 6v6, you want the actual positions of blocker, spiker, setter, but not spiker, but like an opposite outside setter, middle blocker, libero, and another outside. So like that's like the positions you should want to go for, and obviously try getting a secret. Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about serve receiving. For the first bit, I'm gonna be specifically talking about 2v2ing and how you should receive in 2s. Once you learn how to receive in 2s, you should be good for every other game mode, 3v3s, 4v4s, and 66s. So serve receiving. Serve receiving, you and your teammates should always cover 1/2. Just in general, you and your teammates should always cover 1/2. Before the game, you should always specify which side you want. So if I want left side, the whole left side is really my fault if it gets scored there. The whole right side is also your teammate's fault if it scores on. So serve receive, whoever side it goes on, you receive it just like that, bang. And whenever you're receiving as a serve, never, oh yeah, by the way, always use advanced controls. Please turn on advanced controls. If you don't have advanced controls on, please learn how to use it. So advanced controls wise, every time you hold, every time you click, you start off with the maximum power. And as you hold down, you get lower power. So like this is with max power, just one click, just like that. Look how far the ball goes. Like how is your teammate gonna get that? But if you hold it down all the way, just like that, it doesn't go as far. This goes with setting as well. See, just like that bar, make sure to get as low as possible. But your dive does not have a bar. Like that does not have a bar. You just dive normally and the ball goes up. So we're talking about receiving. When you're receiving a serve, I prefer going before the person serves. I prefer holding my bump and going all the way down. And when the ball comes to me, I go like this, all the way down, and then it goes a bit forward, so my teammate has like a bit of room and can set the ball like that. But I know a lot of people prefer either diving on the ball, which I don't really recommend, because if you mess with your dive, I don't know, it covers a lot of your hitbox like this. The serve coming and you go like that, you can slide. Or you can either set the ball. With setting, you can just click it once. So setting and diving a lot more beginner friendly, and I think a lot better players use it too. Bumping is just a personal preference for me because I play spiked. But yeah, so either set, but never just tap your bump button, because it's gonna go like all over the place. So go far that goes. So like always set or dive when you receive serves. And now when you're talking about spike and receive, this is a bit harder, and I understand a lot of noobs, like I'd say diamond and lower, do not understand that you should stay on the ground when the other team has the ball. I'm gonna be showing clips on the screen of my rank gameplay, pro gameplay, as the video goes on. I'm just be talking about receiving. So when I see a lot of lower ranks, they just jump and guess where the block is and try blocking, which is like, I guess it could work sometimes, but most of the time you just get faked out and the other team has an open spike. So as I was saying, your teammate should always cover at least one half of the court. So pretend I'm on the left side of the court, my teammate just serves, let's serve, one serve, let's serve. Okay, so he serves, and they get the ball like that. They get the ball, pretend I was in the AC the ball. So I'm gonna run, right when I serve, I'm gonna run to my right side. They're gonna get the ball is gonna be received in outside the 10-foot line. This is the 10-foot line right here. So when you're receiving and the ball goes out of the 10-foot line, you could always hit long. Like pretend, like they'll go along that ball, hit it around here. Click S, it goes long. So when the opponent has the ball in like this area right here, always stand back when you're receiving, because they can hit long, but they can't, like I can't hit in the 10-foot line from here. Like look, it goes too low, because I'm too far to hit in the 10-foot line, so they can't hit here when they're over there. So always try receiving here, and when the ball comes, you just look where they're aiming and set like that. But once they set the ball and you do have enough time to block, like pretend they set the ball like this, they're in the 10-foot line, it's in the 10-foot line. So they could, like from here you could like easily get, oh my bad, but you could easily get like shorts like that in the 10-foot line. But it's harder to hit longs unless you have Sanu. Like right there, it's easier to receive because it's really slow, but like they're normally just hitting in the 10-foot line. So when they do set the ball, if you do have enough time, you could glide into the block and set block. But if you don't have enough time, stay on the ground and just look where they're aiming. See, like when you're aiming, they pre-aim like this, and you can just tell they're aiming that way. Like you can just tell by the way their character is facing where they're aiming. So if you don't have enough time, stay on the ground. But if you do have enough time, just go set block. But make sure to don't guess where they're hitting. Set block the side you're on. So if you're on the right side, only set block to cover the right side. Don't set block to actually try getting the ball, because leave the left side open so your teammate can actually receive that, because that's his spot of the court. If he wants to set block too and he has enough time to go, he can, and that's a free ball for you. But if you don't, set block your right side so he has no opportunity to hit it to the right side, and the left side is free so your teammate can receive it. That's basically all you need to know about receiving. It's kind of confusing, but hopefully this video on screen kind of explains it. Alright, next we're talking about a basic thing called serving. Serving, I think in the higher ranks don't really matter, because it's like pretty easy to receive serves once you're at a high rank. But lower ranks, it's really easy to get serves, really easy to get aces. So I serve. Usually I stand in the right corner with times to Kagyomo. Get full power, make sure you get full power. I don't pre-aim, and I just aim for a line or all the way down. Depending where they are, I just aim at the open space. So never, when you're serving, never just shift lock, go, and then jump. It's super obvious to receive. Like, it's just so you won't get any aces off that. What I do is unshift lock, get max power, walk away, and then shift lock back when I'm about to hit it. That was a really bad serve. I took too long, but like look, and I want to aim a line, I just go like this, and then bang, that was a bit out. But like, just like that. You don't really need to go fancy with your serve. There's no point in going fancy in my opinion, because in the higher ranks you're not gonna really get aces, and it's pretty easy to get aces in the lower ranks even without a fancy serve. There's also a serve, like a beginner friendly serve called a noob friendly serve, anti-noob serve or whatever. This serve, I don't think it'll work in higher ranks, but the purpose of it is so your opponent's pre-dive. So you get as low power as you can, jump, and then hold S. It's supposed to hit the net, like, oh, it didn't hit the net, but I didn't jump soon enough. But it's supposed to hit the net and fuck up their dive. So like, let me try that again. Like that, jump instantly, and then bang. Is that gonna hit the net? Okay, well, I'm not really good at it, but it's something like that. But I do not recommend this serve. And any other serves, I think that's it. Yeah, there you go. Like, it hits the net, bounces off the net, and then they mess up their dive. It just messes up the receive sometimes. But I don't really recommend that serve. I just recommend serving regular. Normally, however you feel like, to be honest, serving doesn't really matter as you go higher in the ranks. Alright, next up, I'm going to be talking about setting. Specifically, I'm going to be setting with Timeskip Kagyomo. So Timeskip Kagyomo obviously has the best set in the game, because his set is really powerful and it stops. Like, look at that. It just stops mid-air and your spiker, okay, that you stopped. So with setting, obviously you want advanced controls. If you don't have advanced controls, make sure to turn that on. So when I set, I make sure to always jump facing towards the net. The reason I do this is so like the blockers, if they are blocking, think I'm gonna fake 8-bit or fake dump it. So like this, the ball comes, I go like this, jump, and then I can set it from there. And when I do set it, I always fake. Okay, pretend my spiker is over there, so I jump this way, face that way, and oh, I just messed up, but like that's my bad. I jump this way, face that way, and set just like that. They don't know I'm gonna set there. They just think I'm aping just by the look of my body, and I can set there just like that. And with advanced controls, you can set how powerful your set is. Like if I want to go to the other side just like that, I do tilt. Oh yeah, make sure to tilt. Tilting with WASD. So if I'm facing this way, wherever way I'm facing and I hold W, the set goes that way. Like if I'm going facing that way and I want to hold W, the set goes that way. Let me try that again. It's like I jumped way too early. Facing that way, W, just like that. If I'm facing this way and I click S, the set goes backward. If I'm facing this way and I want to aim right and click D, just like that. Same thing with A. So wherever way you're facing, your keyboards are basically arrows where you want to set the ball. And with power wise, if I want to set to the net, all I gotta do is click to full power right away. See, just like that, all the way to the other side. If I want it a bit closer, I hold a bit, just like that, and it comes a bit closer. If I want it really close to me, all the way down, bang, just like that, and then just spike it, just like that. If you don't want the ball to go any direction and just on top of you, don't click WASD, just go nothing, and then bang, it's all the way up there. And if you boom jump, you can do a really crazy play with that. But setting is basically, it's pretty basic to like get good at, but like if you want to become a really good setter, you just have to be really skilled at the game and just have a lot of experience. Alright, so next up we're going to be talking about spiking. I specifically switched to Sanu for this because it's the best spiker in my game, in my opinion. Also, time skip Hinata, but I do not have time skip Hinata. So something special with Sanu is the tilts, but I'm not going to really talk about tilts because Sanu's tilts is like not going to be the same as Usujima or Bokuto's. When you're spiking and you get the set, I get the set like this. Oh my, like I go like crazy, but like you get the set like this. Don't pre-aim, don't walk like this. Look where you're aiming and then spike the ball like this. What you want to do is just spin around. Spin around. I know it might be obnoxious just spinning around all the time. Spin around. You see where you're aiming. I want to aim that corner. Shift lock and then bang. Just keep spinning so it's unpredictable for your teammates to receive or block you like that. Keep spinning and then bang. Just like that, bro. Just keep spinning. I don't like people when there's pre-aiming like this. They're holding their shift block. They go. They're aiming this. They're just looking at this line. They're just looking at this line and they just spike it. No kidding, you're spiking your receive because they just know where you're aiming, which is really obvious. So always be spinning, and last minute, remember when the ball's about to drop and you're about to jump, shift block where you're aiming and then go. Now I want to aim right, go like that, and bang. That was out because that was too close, but like you get the point. Also, when you're spiking your tilts, so I with Sanu's is a bit easier to do this because Sanu's tilts are like that's the main secret ability with Sanu. But if you're back row and pretend your setter gets first receive and you normally want to set the ball, so your setter gets first receive just like this. You could aim like this, but like it's gonna be like too low. It's gonna be like it's pretty easy to receive, but you want to aim that back corner. You just tilt S and you're go backwards like that. Oh my, I just missed completely. Like if I tilt backwards, bang, it goes backwards. So it's like it goes really back, so it's really OP. Like again with L's tilt, like look, like I'm not receiving. No one's receiving these. Like oh, that's way too back. But like you get what I'm saying. That's gonna be really OP. Like that's right on the line. Like no one's receiving that. Like I'm sorry to break it to you. Alright, so finally we're going to be talking about blocking. Blocking is very controversial because you're not going to be blocking all the time. At the time of receiving, you're only be blocking when you know it's you know what that guy's next spike gets, the last touch, you go up and you set block. Set blocking is when you jump up, don't click WASD, just jump up straight and then set. That means like the ball comes, like pretend the ball is coming to you, he spikes it to you, it just goes like this. So you get a free ball and you can do whatever you want with that, set the ball or whatever. In my opinion, blocking is kind of useless. Like this blocking, like, I don't know if I can do it right here. Like that blocking is kind of useless. Super easy to receive the ball for the other team, and it gives them another chance to attack and score a point on you guys. So never do this blocking. Like it's pretty useless. I don't really like when people block. I know some pros like blocking, but like it's just not. Just keep set blocking, bro. Just keep set blocking. It's really easier for your teammate and just everyone, just in general. But the only time you would be blocking is something called fishing. A lot of pros do fishing. So sometimes when you like the ball's like on the other team, but let's just say close to the net, you could fish the ball out. I don't really have an example. If I can find a clip and show it on the screen, but you could like do this. Like the ball's only on my side right now, but pretend it's on the other side. You could just do that. You backwards block, and you could fish the ball out of the other side and bring it to your side like that. And your teammate could be standing right over there because you're gonna be telling them, "Yo, I'm fishing the ball." You tell them to stand over there. The stupid net, but you're gonna tell them to stand over there, and you guys have your 3 touches again, and it's a free ball. You basically fish the ball out of their side, but that's only if the ball is like really close, like where I'm standing. Like the ball is like on the other side, like on the other net. It's like around this, around this space. You just fish the ball out, and it's like a free ball for you, which is really OP. That's like the only time I think blocking is useful. Other than that, just be sure to set block. Like don't regular block when you're trying to kill the ball. It's just not worth it because it's just super easy to receive. Like look, no W tilt. Goes all the way back there. I guess that could work sometimes if they're both jumped up in the air, but like W tilt, Oh, my bad, I popped my toes, but look, it's super easy to receive. It falls down super slow. There's just no point in kill blocking. Alright guys, so that is it for my little beginner to advanced guide to reach pro. If you want to see a more advanced guide once you reach pro and how to like maybe try getting on a leaderboard, I could call up one of my friends who is on a leaderboard and try to get him to help you with this guide and more in depth. If this guide did help you, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down. Anyways, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace out.